More than 100,000 ethnic Armenians have jumped into cars, trucks, and buses, fleeing the separatist region of Nagorno-Karabakh that has been at the center of a decades-long conflict between Armenia and Azerbaijan. And tonight in our Prime Focus, we take you on the ground there to see firsthand the devastation the exodus is having on the men, women, and children forced to flee, and why some onlookers worry it could be the first step toward genocide.
Tears. Pain. This is what ethnic cleansing looks like. Over 100,000 ethnic Armenians fleeing. Families carrying only what they can hold. Children, the elderly, uprooted from their homes. They've left the disputed enclave of Nagorno-Karabakh, a forgotten corner of the world, but one that is home to one of its most bitter ethnic conflicts. 2 weeks ago, Azerbaijan, backed by Turkey, launched a successful military offensive to recapture the region. The enclave's Armenians then started to flee to Armenia, unwilling to live under Azerbaijan's rule. In less than a week, virtually the entire population has gone. A community that's lived there for centuries, completely driven out. These videos showing the region's capital a ghost town. Eerily empty.
Like one day, you lost everything, all your history, all your memories. I lost Nagorno-Karabakh and I lost myself. This is what I feel. I feel lost.
Located in the region sandwiched between Russia and Turkey, Nagorno-Karabakh has been at the center of a bloody conflict between Armenia and Azerbaijan for decades. In the 90s, the two former Soviet countries fought a brutal war as the USSR collapsed. Armenians who'd lived in the region for centuries tried to break away from Azerbaijan. Hundreds of thousands of Azerbaijani civilians were also driven out of the region during the fighting that left Armenians in control. But in 2020, Azerbaijan reignited the conflict, launching a 6-week war that killed thousands and decisively defeated Armenia. Russia brokered a truce and deployed peacekeepers that remain in the region. But for the last 9 months, Azerbaijan blockaded Nagorno-Karabakh, causing food shortages, and then 2 weeks ago launched its new offensive. It defeated the local Armenian authorities in just 2 days.
As you can see, we're still stuck in a road. This exodus is unbearable.
Siranush Sargsyan is a local journalist. She also fled her home last week. She spent 30 hours driving to get out.
It's hard to find a place to live. Most of us, like personally me, I'm struggling to find a place to live. My family and 1,000 people.
Armenia is now trying to house tens of thousands of the refugees.
Every day we were like explaining, begging, screaming, what's happening here? And nobody took any kind of action. They were all watching and expressing hope, like everything will be okay. They were watching like literally how people starving.
There has been little reaction from the international community. The Biden administration providing $11.5 million in aid, and last week dispatching Samantha Power, the administrator of USAID, to the region, seeing the exodus for herself. A United Nations mission also arrived last weekend to assess humanitarian needs, but many Armenians saying they're far too late.
They didn't reach Nagorno-Karabakh until well after 99% of the Armenians were driven and forced to flee from Nagorno-Karabakh. So again, too little, too late.
This is textbook, classic example of indicators of genocidal intent. And I think that there absolutely needs at this point in time to be international intervention. There has to be robust oversight and protection for ethnic Armenians who choose to return.
Azerbaijani civilians driven out in the 90s have said they will return and resettle in the now empty enclave.
Doğma torpaqlarımızda yaşayacağıq. Bunu əminliklə deyirik və biz həmin günü səbirsizliklə gözləyirik.
The Armenians driven out now are still coming to terms with their loss.
It's just not possible to accept that, like, we're just saying, like, we lost Nagorno-Karabakh, but I still am not ready to accept this reality, and I'm still struggling with myself to accept it and to go further.
A community that's lived in the region for centuries, gone in just a matter of days.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.